Disclaimer, I'm just a 17-year-old in his teenage phase, so I don't really know what true pain is. This video is just a collection of my thoughts that I jotted down and made a speech on. Thank you for your time, sir. Or ma'am. Please continue. Pain. Why is there pain? Many times we desire to live in a world where pain is a non existent feeling. If this scenario is thought about with a deeper introspect, such an instance of the world would be a living disaster. A world without pain is like an engine that's incapable of getting overheated. Sure, this will make the car keep running on and on and on and on and on, but if it keeps running and never stops, then due to metal fatigue, the car is bound to break down sooner or later, and hopefully, just hopefully, you don't jump off a cliff with the car. The first thing that came to my mind was the cars of cartoon characters falling off the cliff. So, insert Kick Potowski reference here. If you watch Kick Potowski, you're awesome ski. Just try to rhyme some shit over there. Now, let's come back to the real world. Quite a bold assumption from my side that the world we live in isn't a simulation. Now, replace the car's engine with your mind, metal fatigue as mental fatigue, and mechanical breakdown as your emotional breakdown. It's scary to know how eerily metaphorical the comparison between a car and a human life is. It's as if almost cars have human values and consciousness. P.S. Pixar, please don't sue me for plagiarizing your idea. A world with no pain is a world with no joy because the euphoria of happiness will just become the new average, the new normal that we will all soon get accustomed to living with. When we go through hardships, it's as if we are miraculously transformed into the main character of an anime that we power up once we pass through that phase of struggle. The more we dwell in creating fake positive environments, the more negative it is for ourselves. We are born as free souls, or should I say, prisoners of the free world, and yet, as if in a peculiar fashion, we choose to limit the outcomes of our life and try to control the ambiguity that is once again, called life. How terribly ironic! We are given freedom and yet we choose to not let circumstances unfold freely in their own natural timing. Uncertainty and fate is a powerful tool that is neither your ally nor your enemy. This line was inspired from JoJo, if you know, with that rhyme shit. Yeah, this line was inspired from JoJo. I watched like the full all the episodes of all the seasons of JoJo, and yeah, it's really cool. It's not a one timer anime. It's like you have to keep watching it, then it just like fine wine, it just keeps getting better and better with each progressing episode. Yep. Pain is like the veggies that you always avoid, and the feeling of attaining happiness, quote unquote, is like the dessert that you always wait for. Just to obtain a small piece of chocolate, Robert La Monsieur mouse, or some random European shit dessert, you forget about the main dish altogether. A terrifying approach to living life is to think that there is something grand and majestic waiting for you at the end of it, only to have death smile in your face and take you away. Maybe to hell? I don't know. Are you bad? Are you bad? Are you bad? Go to hell. Maybe to the underworld. If you're a shit hole, don't be a meanie. As Alan Watts once said, you don't work the piano, you don't work the guitar. You play the piano, and that's how life is. Life is a song that you were supposed to dance to all along. Well, I can't dance for shit, so I guess that theory doesn't apply to me. Bad jokes with Frenzy! Yeah, I copied Ryan Higa when he says bad jokes with Ryan. In a dance, you don't perform or watch the show only to wait for the end to arrive and the curtains to be drawn. You pay the fee to watch the whole performance, so why waste your entire life to arrive at death's door with a heart full of regret? Having a thick skin and also being empathetic towards other fellow mortals is a really versatile trait of awesome dual characteristics, which is easy to say but difficult to handle. The age of the internet has somewhat blurred the line between basic human interactions. We think twice before saying anything mean to someone in real life, except if you're a meanie. But on the internet, you can say shit and get away with it because ambiguity is an excellent crime header, the vanisher of evidence. I said that like it's some comic book villain entry line. I read this quote the other day and it just echoed, reverberated, and resonated with my soul. It said, give a man a mask and he will be his true self. Give a man a mask and he will be his true self. What the frick, man? The way you know something is truly genius is when it seems obvious only once it is discovered. And this quote just screams simple genius to the highest degree. I believe that growth isn't always learning new things. Growth can also sometimes be understanding and accepting the simpler things. Things that are already subconsciously present in our mind. Give this some food for thought. We are given this once in a lifetime ticket to experience this beautiful arrangement of nature that we are witnessing unfold right now. before our very own eyes. Too often, we regard nature as something exterior, something outside of ourselves. If the ego is silenced, you can hear the realization seeping into our minds that we are nature, always were, and will always continue to be a part of nature. Our human drive has always come from solving problems and improvising civilization and technology to alleviate our pain. But the one thing that we are really bad at is knowing what to do after we achieve those milestones. We are just spiraling down the rabbit hole of doing more and more and more and more and more, always chasing the next big thing. The reason we believe that attaining certain things like a degree, $1 million, or a freaking mansion is really awesome is because from the inside we feel that we will have a certain grasp, a strong hold on the uncertainty of future. All our actions, conscious or subconscious, is born out of the need to make the future predictable. We all work towards the future, but when that future arrives, we are again seen working for the future after that. So, my question to you is, when are you truly, truly, truly living in the present? A gift that was there with you all along. A gift that was there with you all along. Yes, you. I'm not addressing some imaginary friend of mine, but right now as I'm recording this, I have to think that I'm talking to someone. Otherwise, I feel pretty weird about the fact that I'm talking to myself, but I love talking to myself and I don't find it weird. Oh my god, what am I saying? I have to end this video before I go and say bye. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Tang!